in the off lane. I wouldn't be too surprised about that. And it lines up very well. We've seen it before, you know, somewhere very popular, and it does work. So, Ancient Apparition, I'm a little biased. It's my favorite hero, so him with Earthshaker is always a nice combination, you know, when you get Peyton Manning in there. So, Night Stalker, Bat Rider for Planet Dog, they've got the lockdown of Lasso. Bat Rider at times can be very aggressive, and with a Night Stalker, you know, if the Night Stalker does come over to Bat Rider, you get the slow in from the Void. You've got a couple stacks of Sticky Napalm on you, as well as the Firefly coming out from Bat Rider. It could definitely turn into a kill, so I wouldn't be surprised to see first Night Stalker head over to Bat Rider's off lane.
Radiant team ban.
So, banned out is Quap and Sven. A mid and a safe laner that could work well with Planet Dog's lineup, especially the lasso. Quap gets in there and really can strike down whoever's lassoed up. And as well as, it's kind of the same case for Sven. Get in there, you get the lasso, right as that runs out, you Stormhammer, hit him hard, and hit him dead. Then on the Sark on Planet Dog, Saphira, I would say Earthshaker is maybe an off laner, so they do possibly need another support and their mid and safe laner. Somebody who works well with this lineup, and we could see a Puck come out. You know, Puck gets that Dream Coil. You can't really split too far. Ice Blast is a nice enough radius at a good enough distance to hit that entire Dream Coil. And then Earthshaker could get in there with a nice Echo Slam. So they ban out the Venomancer instead. Don't want to deal with his pressure, his slow. And Venomancer, when in a core role, can be very dangerous.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So,
reserve time.
We take a look at where Saphira is going to go with this. Just thinking about how they line up this Earthshaker and this Ancient Apparition. Again, you know, they could go with another offlaner. They could pick up a Clockwork. That locks them up even more. You know, you get a nice hookshot cogs. Maybe you get 2 heroes in the cogs. And then Earthshaker comes around, Fissure, Echo Slam. Still, you use the cogs to even just get a nice Ice Blast out there. So, they're going to go with the
Radiant team pick.
Abaddon. I know some people don't like how I say Abaddon because he says Abaddon, but I don't know. I've always called him Abaddon. That's how it is, and that's how I'll continue it to be. And you know, we'll have to see where this Abaddon does want to go. I do think it does push Earthshaker into that support position. You've got your supports of Earthshaker and Ancient Apparition, which are very nice. Abaddon could work well with the Earthshaker and the Ancient Apparition, especially with a Cold Feet, the slow that'll come out. And the Fissure, maybe you lock it up, get a tri-lane over there, get yourself a couple of kills. Abaddon could go by himself, and then those 2 supports could be with their safe lane. And do the same thing, pretty much.
Warlock.
Dire team pick.
So Warlock gets picked up for Planet Dog. He'll be your position 5 support for them. And they've got their position 5. They've got their Night Stalker who's going to be roaming around, and their offlaner, and it works out pretty well. You know, if you're really trying to take someone out, Lasso's not enough. You drop the Chaotic Offering, get Warlock in there. It's a nice team fight for them, and with the Night Stalker vision, and with the way Night Stalker can kind of roam around the map to maybe spot out who you want to throw that Chaotic Offering on. I do like it, especially Fatal Bonds. It is one of those abilities that just, you know, is I feel like underlooked would be the phrase for it. You know, I got Fatal Bonds on me. Well, all of a sudden you're connected to 2 of your teammates and you're dying real quick.
10 seconds remaining.
Terrorblade.
Dire team ban.
So Terrorblade gets picked up for Planet Dog. I do like this with the Fatal Bonds. It's early aggression for them. Terrorblade, Metamorphosis early, just, usually he'll use it to farm or push away whoever he's laning against. Saphira, they've got Phantom Assassin in the safe lane, Abaddon in the off lane, and both teams do still need a mid, and I do think that Saphira are going to go with the Puck. I think Puck, with the silence of Waning Rift, the lockdown of Dream Coil with this team, it should be enough to really work well with what they've got, and I would be surprised to see Planet Dog really let it go, unless they want to pick it up here.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
So let's see what they do end up banning out. What they want to pick up is probably what they're thinking about, what goes well with this lineup. Both teams could benefit from a Puck. I don't think Puck's the real answer, though, for Planet Dog. Maybe they go to a Razor. Razor with the Bat Rider. You get that lasso, you link up, take that damage, and really work away with him. And they're actually going to go with the OD, which is even more okay. You've got a Phantom Assassin who's going to survive these fights a little bit longer. Abaddon who's going to survive these fights a little bit longer. It just means that OD can kind of stack up that insta-steal and start hitting harder and harder and work towards getting these kills. It should be OD wiping out Ancient Apparition and possibly Earthshaker just all too well. Especially when your only stun right now is the Earthshaker's Fissure. It's hard to lock down that OD. That's why I do like the Puck. Then you've got Dream Coil. You might need something more than that. Ember's a little too greedy, in my opinion, in this spot.
Invoker.
And they go with the Invoker. So they don't even go with the Puck. Invoker, I'm not too sure how I feel about it. Obviously, Invoker's always a good mid. Up against this OD, I don't think he'll have trouble, because Invoker can harass this OD, and if you have the Earthshaker or the Ancient Apparition come over mid as a two-man gank squad, or even just Earthshaker coming over, you force the OD to use Astral Imprisonment on himself, getting a little bit low from Invoker's harass. Then when he pops out, you throw the Fissure, finish him off. So sometimes OG puts himself in these poor spots. We'll have to see what happens over mid. And for Planet Dog, you've got Kaiser on that OD, Swift Ending on the Terrorblade, J4 on the Warlock, 33 with the Bat Rider, Milan on the Night Stalker, and then Tipek on the Invoker, Mambos on the Phantom Assassin, Blue on that Abaddon, and then Earthshaker being played up by the number 3, it looks like, and Luft on the Ancient Apparition. So,
prepare for battle.
Based on both these lineups, I think if Invoker can have a good time early, which I think he will, Phantom Assassin gets enough space, they should be able to win this game. But the later it goes, I think it'll become trouble for them. As much as the Invoker does very well at level 25, and in those early, in that mid-game of really level 15 and up, gets that Midas, gets that Ags, really hits a power spike. I think if the game goes too late, OD, if he gets that level 25 in a nice time, gets the plus 60 seconds on the Arcane Orb in Steel, I think it's going to be a lot of trouble for Saphira. So, late game, very late game, I do think that Planet Dog are going to win this if Saphira can take this early, about in the mid-game, maybe a little bit earlier than that. I think they'll win this game, and that's really what I think their timing is. We've got Phantom Assassin, who will hit level 6, hit pretty hard, maybe go for an early BKB, and then from there, might be a little bit of trouble for Planet Dog for some time, but if they can really survive the onslaught that'll come at that moment, they should be able to win this game.
The battle begins.
So Bounty Rune's taken 2 apiece. Swift Ending's going to grab his. Kaiser grabs the one for the mid-hero. And I'm pretty sure Invoker and Phantom Assassin pick up theirs. So right now we do take a look at Swift Ending bottom with this Warlock. We're going to be up against Blue and Cube. And we take a look over. Or it could be QP. I think it might be. So Blue and QP are going to be in the off lane, it looks like, or maybe just the Fissure to block out those creeps. He's going back to base anyway. We'll see where he goes after. Meanwhile, over mid, we've got Milan already with the Void. Tipek could get harassed early, and maybe once you get to that first night, you see OD kind of be a little bit more successful. With his mid lane, you get a gank over from Milan at night, and really start to hit away at Tipek on the Invoker. So it really depends how that a little bit of early game in that laning goes. Then we take a look up top. You've got Luft here with Mambos, and he'll be up against what looks to be the solo Bat Rider of 33. I think he just used both those Ironwood branches. So again, over mid, the TP is going to come in from the Earthshaker. They're going to try and make something happen, maybe get this kill on Milan. Milan's going to continue to go in. The clarity is going to be popped. He looks for the Void, sees the Earthshaker, and thinks better of it. He's got that Orb of Venom. So continually harassing Tipek and making this lane a little bit harder for him is really what they want, because they do know that this lane could go poorly for OD if it's not, you know, if he's not protected. OD, top of the CS chart, all right with this babysitter of Milan. We've got QP ready to go, ready to lock in on this lane. I don't think they'll get themselves anything if he does throw that Fissure. Does have it available to him. But Invoker just a little bit too low.
Nix on that.
Level to really want to go after this. So let's take a look up top. 33 getting a little bit low. The Cold Feet was out on him. He's forced to use that Firefly to make some distance between him, Mambos, and Luft. And he's got these couple stacks of sticky napalm, but again, nobody's near him, so he's not going to be able to really find himself a kill or anything, and just has to try and survive. You've got Mambos, who's there with the, you know, the Stifling Dagger and that Phantom Strike, as well as the Cold Feet. So if the Phantom Strike gets up a couple levels, the slow is there, the Cold Feet gets on him preemptively, 33 could be in a little bit of trouble.
Invisibility. This sustains. Gold remains.
So we take a look over bottom at Swift Ending and Blue. And Blue's by himself, not really doing too poorly. 6-0, nothing too great, but not, again, not too poor. He's using the work of that Aphotic Shield, also has the Curse of Avernus for him, and they look over bottom. Here comes the pings. I think they're going to get themselves a kill with the Warlock coming in. He's got Shadow Word and Upheaval, but the Upheaval is going to be off the mark. Blue's going to be able to run away for the time being. He's got enough mana for one more Aphotic Shield. He's going to try and TP out, and with no stuns coming their way, will be successful in doing so. We take a look over mid. QP might be not around the corner for this to save the life of Tipek. One more shot should get the kill. He's trying to salve up. He gets a little bit higher. They stop diving in. So now Kaiser, who thought he got the kill on Tipek, now wants to go a little bit deeper, and Luft's made the rotation, and he looks like he might even just be first blood. The Fissure blocks them out. They're stuck behind the trees. He's still alive. And they don't end up getting anything out of this. We take a look up top. Bat Rider's going to continue to go in. They've got themselves the Sticky Napalm stacks of 4, but the Stifling Dagger slowed him up for just a bit. He knows he's not going to catch up. And with the Sticky Napalm stacks, Phantom Assassin knows he just has to back on off. He looks to go back in as the Sticky Napalm stacks are no longer there. They get the Phantom Strike to the creep, get the Stifling Dagger out on 33. He's slowed up, and now coming over is going to be the Earthshaker. He's trying to find that right Fissure, finds it in a good spot. Sunstrike comes in, and he's left to be very low, and that last strike from Mambos is going to finish him off at first blood, going the way of Team Saphira.
Illusion.
take a look over at this OD. He's got himself one in that Arcane Orb finally at level 5-3 in the Essence Orb, which is nice for Kaiser. And when you've got that Arcane Orb, what's he stealing right now? 1. He did have 10 just a moment ago, so Tipek really has to be careful now with that Arcane Orb and the ability to regen that mana. If RNG is on Kaiser's side, I'd say Tipek have a really rough lane, especially with it being nighttime. They've got the Earthshaker QP ready to lock in on Kaiser just to save his life. I don't think they'll get the kill. They could look to save him. That's really what they're doing with the babysitting over mid. They've got a third coming in J4. Upheaval would be nice. Get the slow, get the void. But that has to start maybe with an Astral Imprisonment. They're actually going to get the void. They're going to continue to go in. There is the Ghost Walk. They have a sentry down. They still continue to work a tip back. One more shot will do it. J4 gets the kill, and it was due to the Shadow Word. So Phantom Assassin, meanwhile, going for that Midas up top. And that's really what you need to do, transition into a later game. Sunstrike's not going to hit on Swift Ending, but he's still getting very low. He'll end up dropping to both Blue and QP. So you lose your Terrorblade there, and it's not something that Planet Dog are going to be too happy about. Has Metamorphosis in 3 seconds, so they could look to be aggressive if Abaddon does come in. So you take a look over mid, Tipek, he's trying to find himself boots still. Just go with that early Null Talisman. Tipek just taking so much damage from Kaiser, who's now got level 2 in that Arcane Orb. Has 14 stolen intelligence at the moment. Tipek really has to play it safe. It's just the OD alone, they can find themselves a kill. So Kaiser really dominating the lane. He's got his boots already. He's looking for Midas, really slowing down the farm of Tipek. He finally gets that boost, but there is the Void with the silence coming in from Milan. They hit away with the Arcane Orb. 2 more shots should do it. They get the kill. Milan gets credit for it. And now they've got the Fissure coming out. But Hunter in the Night is going to let Milan escape. And Swift Ending, who has used Metamorphosis, gets the kill on Blue. So now the Midas comes out for Phantom Assassin, really trying to transition to get this game a little bit later, knowing that they can survive the late game if those items come a little bit quicker for Phantom Assassin. Or maybe even look to finish the game a little bit quicker, but we'll have to see because OD is just about there to a Midas of his own. Take a look at Terrorblade. He's not grabbing a Midas. I don't think anybody else really will. But now they might get this kill on Blue one more time. They've popped the Aphotic Shield. He's going to be silenced up. No Aphotic Shield for quite some time. The Cold Feet's going to come out in Swift Ending. Now he's got to try and run away. He's under tower. He continues to go back in. Gets the Sunder, but he's frozen over. Sunstrike's going to hit. They've got the Shadow Word from Jay for the upheaval slowing them down. And now they turn their attention again towards Blue. Got to pop that Aphotic Shield, but with the mana he's got, he should be all right. Actually, no lasso. Bombos drops top. QP spots Swift Ending, gets the Fissure. Sunstrike's not going to be there. Tries to get the Enchant Totem to slow him up even more. It was a good attempt, but Swift Ending is okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This should make my life easier.
So the Midas is picked up for OD. They've got 2,000 net worth lead right now. 1,000 net worth lead, and with that, go for the Hurricane Pike next. Take a look. There's 3 here for the side of Saphira. Gets a nice fissure, stifling dagger, cold feet. He's slowed up. Is it going to be enough to freeze him over? It will. But he's down the cliff. They don't want to go that far. And actually, 33 turns it up. Goes towards them on the top of this little bit of a staircase over here. But we'll just go back, take this little bit of a camp. Farm what he can.
Yes.
So down bottom, Blue's really got to watch out. He doesn't even have phase boots yet, and if he gets caught out silenced up again, that's really what they're going for with Milan over on the side of this lane. Wow, big stack here as well. So Tipak, Blue, and QP are going to use this Shrine. Heal on up. Maybe make an attack over mid with the Fissure with Blue level 7. Now Tipak with double damage. So they are going to make their move. Let's see what they do. QP showing himself, trying to draw Kaiser in, maybe with a little bit of bait. If they can get a nice Fissure to start it off and get a cold snap in there. Ice Blast. This starts it off. That's going to hit on 3, but they don't follow it up with the Fissure. Swift endings there. I don't think they want to take their chance. They know he's probably got Metamorphosis up, ready to go, and that's exactly what they're going to use to try and get this tier 1 over mid.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
So, Chaos Meteor thrown forward, not really going to deter them at all. Metamorphosis is still there, and they'll continue to hit away at the tier 1 over mid. Fissure only stops them for a split second. Not going to save their tier 1, and that's it. Dead it is. Now you take a look over mid. They're going to try and get the slow from Milani. Actually just looks towards the creeps to save this tower. They send both Kaiser and Swift Ending down here. Very interesting. Now they're trying to draw Blue over. He might have stayed a little bit too long. Milan not at night, so not going to be able to chase, not get that slow. What could have been a kill on Abaddon. So now Phase Boots and the Midas out for Mambos. So he goes for next silence as well as the slow is going to come out on Blue. He might have found a little bit too much that he can chew. They continue to go in. Swift Ending's going to get him very low. No Metamorphosis. I don't know if neutral creep hit that, but does pop his ulti down for a minute. So where he wants to be aggressive, knowing he's got that ult to keep him alive. Without that, he's going to have to play a lot more safe, knowing that if a silence comes out and he's slowed up, and especially if Terrorblade has that Metamorphosis, which he will in 30 seconds, he'll be in a lot of trouble. So you take a look at how the mid lanes went. It was devastating for Tipak. Doesn't even have himself a Midas yet. And we take a look at the other side, where the Midas was picked up for OD minutes ago, and he's looking for a Dragonlance already. And I think he's got the Force Staff on the Courier. Or no, he's got the Force Staff on him. So he's just so far ahead. Their saving grace is going to be this Phantom Assassin. But the Phantom Assassin really doesn't have much. QP's going to be in a little bit of trouble as the blink is shown off by the Bat Rider. He's already used his Fissure. In with the Metamorphosis is going to be Swift Ending. Backing up is the Phantom Assassin. And an easy pickoff for the side of Planet Dog.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So Planet Dog up 5-2, 3,000 net worth. Really kind of making this look easy. They turn it towards the Phantom Assassin, or actually the Ancient Apparition is going to try and get out the Chaos Offering a little bit too late. And yes, it is a sad trombone as he misses that kill. A little bit earlier and he would have gotten it. He could have it available too. So Swift ending a couple gold away from getting himself that Dragonlance, and he's got it. So it's going to be coming over. They go for a tier 2. They'll continue to push with Metamorphosis, which is going to be going off right about now. They've got everybody up here, and the Ice Blast will hit them, but it really is not much of a deterrent with nobody coming over. And Shadow Word right on the ready for J4. As well as Sunder. Actually, Sunder not enough now. So it looks as though Saphira are just gonna give up this tier 2 top. They try to take a tower of their own. They haven't taken a tier 1. They've got Blink. They've also got themselves the lasso in 5 seconds. So if he can get Astral Imprisonment on blue, maybe he does drop, but he's also got that ult and can pop that.
This should make my life easier.
So Tipek's gonna look like he's electing to go for the Ags first. Sometimes you see an Invoker go for the boost to travel up that farm and then go Ags. But I think he does need that Ags right now if he can get the farm for it. He really needs to be able to fight up against this team of Planet Dog that's really been harassing them quite a bit. They only have 5 kills, but they've been stymieing the farm of Invoker and this Abaddon. Compared to offlaners, they're up about 1,300 gold. Compared to mid laners, it's double the net worth. Things not going too great, and Saphira know it. They need to hit a timing soon where they can kind of fight and pull it back.
A tribute to my house.
So smoke is in from 33 and J4. Let's see if they can get a lasso. They might have found themselves Tipek. He's going to be hit by that lasso. Now pulled all the way back. J4, unfortunately, does not have himself a Chaotic Offering. The Echo Slam is there for QP, as well as the Ice Blast. The Astral Imprisonment is going to save the life of J4. They'll get themselves another on QP. He's going to be dead as well. Kaiser with the double kill. 7-2 lead for Planet Dog.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Grab this tier 1.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Now they're going to continue to move for that tier 2 over bottom. They're going to lose the tier 1 mid. They'll send J4 back. He's now got the Chaotic Offering. If they want to make a move, Ice Blast comes in, only hits on Kaiser. But again, not a real deterrent at level 1.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower.
Take a look over top. Maybe they find themselves something again. They don't have lasso just yet. They're trying to just slow him down. There's a slow as well as Firefly coming in. They'll pop the ult from Blue. Blue trying to hit away at 33. They've got lasso in 13 seconds. He's got the Force Staff, I'm pretty sure. If he... Oh, no. On cooldown for 5 more seconds. They get the Flame Break to push him back. We'll get the kill. And there's the Hurricane Pipe. So just getting consistent pickoffs over the side of Planet Dog and really hurting the farm of Saphira. Their top of the net worth is Phantom Assassin, but with the Midas, that's pretty much a given. You've got the Midas on Invoker, who's going to try and catch up, get that Ags, and maybe look to be able to fight at all or even be a bit defensive. Problem is, it's far away. They've lost 2 of their tier 2s. 1 more outer tower remains. And this is the heavy pressure that Planet Dog really want to work with, and they'll put it down their throats to, you know, eventually siege high ground when Saphira's not strong enough to hold it. So 4K net worth lead. Kaiser with that Hurricane Pike, trying to himself up a Blink Dagger, which would be nice, and actually Abaddon gets a Midas as well, and also that Ancient Apparition. So they're really trying to catch up. They're really trying to take this late and find those power spikes in those next couple of items for them. But at 4,000 net worth down, and Planet Dog really rolling forward with top of the net worth being Kaiser, And Swift Ending as well as 33, not too far behind. I don't know if these Midases are going to matter. It still took time to get them, and now it's going to take time for them to become worth it. So they head over top. Wu, I think he's showing himself just a little bit. 33 does have that lasso available. Let's see, he does have the ult, so he could be able to purge it off. Actually over mid, they get the Chaotic Offering flying out onto this Phantom Assassin. He's going to have to Phantom Strike back to the Earthshaker. Sunstrike hits on Swift Ending. They're going to continue to work forward. They go for Tipak. He's used that Ghost Walk. He's going to be dusted up. Milan continuing on forward, but Tipak's going to make it to the stairs and make it up. But now, with the Sunder coming out onto J4 to heal up Swift Ending, they'll be able to take this tier 2. And the only thing Saphira can really do is watch.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So now you've got no more outer towers. Terrorblade's getting quite a bit of farm. He's close to that Mantis style. You've got OD, who's now picked up that Blink. He's very mobile. Saphira, they're losing towers, and there's nothing they can do in retaliation. They can throw an Ice Blast. Yeah, that's all well and fine, but again, that is still a level 1 Ice Blast doing just about nothing. So I think they want to go in on this Phantom Assassin. J4 doesn't have Chaotic Offering. There's the drums. They get sped up. Tipak just farming away. They're going to go after Luff. Luff is going to throw that Ice Blast. I don't know if that's really going to help them. He's got the Astral Imprisonment. Luff's going to get very low now. The Fatal Bond's out on them as well as the Upheaval. Stunned up his J4, so that'll stop. Don't think Luff is going to survive. 33 gets the kill. And now it's 9-2. Milan looking for that Solar Crest. You take a look at J4. He's just getting the ward, sitting in that nice position 5 Warlock. He's got the Chaotic Offering, really all he's needed for. When it's level 2, it'll be even better. They do de-ward up on this jungle cliff, but again, they're still getting corralled into their base, and things are getting ever so tough for them. They really don't know what to do against this lineup of Planet Dog. So Swift Ending's got himself that Mantis style. Does have Metamorphosis, probably not going to use it on this Ancient stack, knowing that they can push soon or even go for Roche, especially once that Solar Crest comes out on Night Stalker. So I don't think he's going to go for this stack just yet, and they might even look to just keep pressure on in this jungle, and then eventually turn back, go for Roche. So the TP comes in from Invoker. He's going to be stopped up. The rest of the team was smoked, ready to go. They didn't want to risk it going in that deep, so they're going to wait for the Invoker to walk his way over to this fight. But in so, they will retreat. Finally, that Ags is taken out on the Invoker. Kaiser showing himself top. He's here with J4. J4 has Chaotic Offering ready to go. Let's see what they can do. They hit away at Blue, and he's going to be forced to pop that ulti again. A couple of hits come in from Kaiser, and immediately he'll be in trouble. There's really nothing to stop him from getting harassed out, especially with the Hurricane Pike, which is such a crucial item on OD, where you just push him back, and as long as you're in vision, Hurricane Pike will destroy you with a level 4 Arcane Orb. So you take a look. They don't get it. The save from the Astral Imprisonment from the Echo Slam. It will end up dropping, but that was quite the save. Echo Slam doesn't hit anything. So they'll lose 33. Saphira will get themselves their 3rd kill of the game. And Planet Dog, with where they're at right now, up about 5,000 net worth, they're okay with this. And they've got themselves the Solar Crest. They've got what they need on the OD. Swift Ending just continuing to farm away. He'll be looking for a BKB. And once he gets that BKB, even then, that might be where the side of Planet Dog look to push. So, just trying to farm away and bring themselves back into it is going to be Saphira. And Mambos, he's looking alright with that Desolator as well as the Vlads. And with a BKB, he could turn into trouble against this side of Planet Dog if they're not too careful. They did get themselves a kill on 33, so they'll start with that. And Luft now level 12, that level 2 in the Ice Blast will do that much more. No Axe for him, however. And then for the Earthshaker, just a Blink, which will set him up for another, hopefully for him, a nice Echo Slam. So Darkness is going to be used. They're setting up as a team, no smoke, just going to continue to push the top lane. They will actually look over towards QP. I think they know that he's there. There's the Hunter in the Night. He blinks away, forced out. Now they spot Blue. Blue might be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be silenced up. There's the Solar Crest just hitting away. The Ice Blast is going to be a little bit too far. As the lasso comes out on the Ancient Apparition, he's not even going to be able to throw it. They get the huge crit on 33. Mambos cleans up. And now this might be Saphira's moment. They're going to go in with the Enchant Totem. Kaiser's going to be in a little bit of trouble. There is the Sanity's Eclipse. They're cleaning up with the Chaotic Offering. 3 are going to be dead on Saphira. They're going to continue to go for Tipak. 4 fall. And it is a double kill for both J4 and Kaiser. The only one surviving, coincidentally, is Luft on that Ancient Apparition. So the buyback is forced out on both the Phantom Assassin and the Invoker. Let's see if they can even make anything happen. They don't have a Bat Rider. They'd already used that lasso. Stifling Dagger as well as the Ice Blast hits on J4 and Kaiser. The EMP thrown forward, but again, not doing anything. Continue to throw these Stifling Daggers out, but it's not going to deter them from taking that tier 3, and neither will that Tornado. You've used Ice Blast already. The Stifling Daggers at times really just tickle. There's the Echo Slam. Swift Ending cleaned up. Now they're going to look for the chase. They've got everybody back up. They turn it towards Milan. They'll take him out. 2 on the retreat. So you lose a tier 3. You take 2 kills, that'll get you 1,500 net worth. A lot of it going the way of Blue, which is very, very nice. With that, I think they want to head for Roche. No Swift Ending. Question is, can they even pull this off? With the buyback coming in from Night Stalker, you know he's going to want to go in. 33's got the Firefly, possibly looking to make a move. Tornado's going to hit onto Kaiser. That'll stop them for just a moment. There's the Hurricane Pike in. They've got the Sunstrike hitting as well as the Fatal Bonds on a lot of these heroes on Saphira. They take out Phantom Assassin, who bought back. He's going to be dead for 60 seconds. No buyback left for him. Tipak's getting hit away by Kaiser. No Sanity's Eclipse, but he's sapping that intelligence slowly but surely. Roche was taking out Milan, snatches the Aegis. They're looking towards Luft. They're looking towards Tipak. Luft is going to get very low to 33. There's the Fissure. They'll take out QP, and this is looking very grim for Saphira as the fight continues to rage on. They finally lose Luft. They're going to roll around Blue, and that looks to be it for this Abaddon, who's silenced up, killed off with the Solar Crest. 4 die on Saphira. Their last-ditch effort for the Roche pit does not pay off. So they'll take that net worth right on back and then some.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Now they'll look to finish off the Rack's top, and Ancient Apparition forced to buy back, throw an Ice Blast, which will do nothing for them. There's a Hurricane Pike forward. Tipak dies. 64 seconds, no buyback. You've got Phantom Assassin up to try and defend, but you've lost your set of racks up top. What can they do? Is this really just it for Saphira? It's a best of 1 before the semifinals. Cold Feet comes in as well as the Stifling Dagger. 33 going to be okay. Here comes the TP in from Blue. They're going to try and make something happen with the Fissure on Kaiser. They do have the Echo Slam if they can place it nicely. Maybe it turns into a fight for them. There's the blink. Echo Swam Ice Blast is going to come in, but Astro Imprisonment's going to avoid it. QP's put himself in a lot of trouble. He's going to be the first one to drop. Blue, he's used that oath. He's trying to heal up, and the Thunder's going to be used on him. Full health for full health, but he will drop. Saturday's Eclipse going to be put on the table. Phantom Strike to try and get away. Mambo's a couple more shots till he dies, but finally finds an escape. They've got the cold feet out on Kaiser. He might freeze over. He will. No ages for him, getting very low. Luft might die. They've lost the Phantom Assassin. It looks very grim for Saphira. They're going to continue to fight until it is, in fact, all over. There is the GG. Saphira, they're gonna get taken out of this open qualifier. Planet Dog move on to the semifinals, best of 3, and a very well-played game by them. So Planet Dog take this game, and they'll be heading on to the semifinals. Not sure who against, but take a look. J4 4-0, Kaiser 6-0, an amazing game from them. And these graphs a little bit close until the end, where Planet Dog took over. So that's the end of this game. I'm your caster, B-Cop. Sorry I sound a little bit disgusting today. My voice is shot after 4 days of this, and I'm going to try and push through this. So Planet Dog move on to the semis. We'll be back with that in just a moment. Stay right there. I'm your caster, B-Cop, on Twitter at BCop92. Thanks for watching.
Bets on